So here we are driving to the convention on day 3, and I just wanted to say that in this video we actually find some really cool things, so hopefully you guys enjoy this one. So I guess right here they were doing renovations on the capital of Indiana, but there was no work being done the entire time I was here, so I'm not quite sure what was really happening, to be honest. Alright guys, GenCon day 3. We're gonna be finding some cool stuff today. Let's be on the lookout. I saw a Torchic plush yesterday. Maybe we can go and get that. Jawbert! Jawbert! This is gonna be so epic! Say hi!
Hello.
Alright, we're back. Day 3. Day 3. I don't know what we're looking for today, but we saw most of it yesterday in yesterday's video, but I'm not sure what there's probably plenty of stuff, you know. Now we're on our way to the Digimon tournament. Should be pretty fun. I don't know if there's a Jumbotron or anything, but I guess we'll find out. Pinball alley. We use the stairs around here, gamers. So I should probably explain what's going on here. So basically this vendor was selling all sorts of pins and lanyards, and when groups of people would walk up, he would give you the opportunity to roll a d20, and whoever in your group got the highest number would win a prize. And I happened to roll a 17, so let's see what I got. Thank you.
That was even what you were looking at, too. That's so cool. Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. Well, that was crazy. On the way to the stadium, I rolled the highest number. Look at it. It smells like when you put Fruit Loops in cereal, or Fruit Loops in milk. It's kind of cool.
Go into the woods and hash your cards.
I was going to use...
What are the woods on that? Huh? What are the woods?
Okay guys, this was really cool. Got a Victini scoreboard. I might actually be able to use this later today. So it even came with the pegs. They weren't all the same color, so that's kind of not good, but you know, maybe I'll get... There was a D&D scoreboard, so that was like really cool. I'm definitely going to go back to that booth. They've got all sorts of board games, so that's real fun. That sticker is so real. Like, that's me every day at 2 o'clock.
Kirby's riding a rainbow that says...
Nope, sorry, man.
Oh, you're good. I found the Mothman, guys. No need to worry.
It's fun.
It can be good. It depends on so many things. No, it depends on the management of the school. Like everything, right? It's like, what are your boss? How do the bosses...
This guy's about to die. This booth is making the inventory as we speak. That is so crazy. This booth is really cool. There it is. They got the VLC logo. They got chess. They also have mimics. They're the mimics. There they are. I did get 3 llamas. You can't just get 1 llama. You got to buy all 3. Okay. I'm not sure what they are in modern Fortnite, but OG, there's only 3, so I got all 3. I guess. Do I unlock Bright Bomber now? I think that's how that works.
Closely. There you go.
There is a big die called Peter. I will not be showing Peter, but it's a bunch of Johnsons in there.
Okay. You need to play, including the game mat. Not this game mat, it's a different one. You can see a picture of it there. And also, besides these minis, it's also going to come with all of these minis.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. It passes the Christmas morning test. If you open this box up on Christmas morning, you're
You
playing
can
that
play
afternoon.
it that day. Awesome.
Lucas Oil Stadium, guys. Look at her. It's got that like amorphous, disembodied, you know people are talking, but you don't know about what.
I didn't have a paper ticket for that.
Jobber! Jobber! the last grass known to mankind is right here in this roped off patch. So unfortunately, guys, I will not be able to touch grass on this trip. So apparently I was supposed to have a ticket for the games library, but I got the hookup, so we're going in. Here we are, look. According to the website, they had about 2,000 board games. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to play them all, but I sure will try. I saw one that had World of Warcraft on it. Shrek Operation. So, setting up Catan. Should be a ball.
Pink everything pieces.
I'm surprised more people don't sell
Give me a dice roll.
I will.
Rolled an 8.
So that means
You two get purple.
and I get a stone.
Alright, my turn. We do not want a 7, because then I don't get resources. I got a 7! Woo! Okay.
Steal resources from someone.
Yeah, you get to move it.
Okay.
Where are you moving it to?
We're gonna go here.
You've just cut yourself off.
That well,
You're
we're
okay cutting yourself off.
we're gonna go there,
Okay.
and
now you
then
can steal from Trevor.
all right.
See, if you put it here, you could have stolen from Trevor and not cut yourself off.
Want this one? That's kind of bad, chat. We don't need those. Looking good,
And there
chat.
are only a max of 5 settlements.
Right, and then they give you a settlement back.
Okay, guys. So I lost the first ever game of Catan I played. I did get a very impressive road. It wasn't the longest, unfortunately. That goes to white here. Blue took their pieces, so just pretend like there are blue pieces over here. Okay. But fun game. I would give it a 9 out of 10. Fun game.
Notably, Discord has a virtual Catan.
Okay, so Catan's finished. That was fun. We're gonna go to the food trucks. What were they gassing up? The Jamaican noodles or something?
The island noodles.
If they have tacos, I think I'm just gonna get those. But like if I can get a proper taco from a truck, that would be so peak.
Your soul kit costume is awesome.
Whoa! There's an airplane in the ceiling. It's definitely not a functional aircraft, but like that's really cool. All right, great outdoors. There's so many people.
Yeah, everybody's hungry.
It's like a No Doubt song. People really want the island noodles. Still waiting in line. It wasn't as long as I anticipated it being. It went pretty fast, honestly. Alright, it's really busy in here. I just got some steak tacos. Let me show you. So here they are. They're pretty good. There's no salsa, so that's kind of lame. But right now, I brought my Switch 2, so hopefully I can get in line in this Fortnite event, and that'd be pretty sick, because apparently Superman's going to open a gate to Springfield. I don't think I'll record the event, but I'll play some file footage of it. Future me, just put that like somewhere. I don't really know. Honestly, that was kind of lame. Superman just did all the work, and none of the story characters really did much. I'm not too into the story, but I think that was kind of lame. I don't know what they're gonna do next season. Alright, so after the Fortnite event, I then went back to the vendor hall and looked around at some of the artwork. This stuff was pretty cool. It was like a medieval sort of stained glass. I don't really know what the art style would be called, but they were very attractive art pieces. Here's a Triforce necklace. I think this is more than a necklace, but I don't know the name off the top of my head. Here was a cool little Master Sword pin. I think it was a pin. You would strap it to your sash. And this booth also had a whole lot of these sundial compass combos. I'm not sure how practical they are as a sundial, but the compasses seem to work pretty well. This one right here was just a compass, so not nearly as cool as the others, but Another thing this booth had was a pot of gold. So I went through and picked out a few tokens that looked pretty cool. And here are the ones that I got. I got 2 silver and 2 gold. It was 3 for $4, so the price wasn't too bad. And then we step over to the Catan booth. I was really impressed with the game. I thought it was very simple, very fun. This booth had the game, and I'm pretty sure every expansion they've made, plus the new standalone game, New Energies. Pretty cool. So they had pins, they had giblets, they had a little stuffed animal you could get. Oh, the selfie camera on this DS is broken, but I got all the Catan pins. I'll get a better footage later, but there's the pins. Now I'm playing more. Oh, the colors were messed up there. Yeah. Got a demo pre-configured.
Start you with the resources around your settlement here, so there's that one.
So that was just a demo. I didn't actually get to play the whole game, but since I collected all 5 of these, it gave me a robber sheet. That's pretty cool. And also, I got this for playing. That's pretty cool. This was my game library ticket. You also had this for your tag. That's cool. So Half Price Books had a booth at the convention. Found a few books. Would recommend. Star Wars. So Half Price Books honestly had a really nice selection of media. They didn't just have books, they also had all sorts of anime episodes and movies. Here was another vendor who had all these interesting figurines. There were build your own Pokemon. There were a bunch of ships from One Piece. There was the Arc Maximum. I thought that was really cool. They also had these stuffed animals. I didn't get anything from this booth, but I just liked the presentation. Here were a bunch of enamel pins. All the pins at this convention were really expensive. The cheapest I think I saw one was $8, and it was tiny. It wasn't very big. I wish I would have gotten more, but I don't think I could have justified spending that much on pins. Here was another booth that had a ton of dye. You could scoop a cup full of them for, I think it was $15, or a pitcher for $30, and it was just a ton of dye. I ended up selecting 4 D20s from here that had a weird little splatter pattern. It kind of reminded me of like Spencer from iCarly when he would paint that mannequin in that one episode. He would just throw the paint, and it looked really abstract. You'll see what I mean. I don't think I'll put a picture, but I think it's pretty self-explanatory when I show the dye here in a moment. They just had so many. There were so many booths like this. Here they were. Here's what I picked out, but you see they were kind of colorful. I think I'll show them later in the hall. Here at this booth, they had a tabletop Skyrim game. I'm not a very big fan of tabletop games, but Skyrim is a pretty good game. You had to paint the figures yourself, so I don't know how I feel about that, you know. I'm not too creative in that aspect. They also had these other Bethesda property statues, so there's Liberty Prime, there's a bat from Fallout. I haven't played Fallout, so I don't know what it is. Here at the Catan booth, again, they had just a tiny Catan. I think you could actually play this game. Don't know how much it was, but you can play it because all the printing was correct. You know, I'm not sure how I quite managed it, but I went from over there, over in that building, over the stadium when I was trying to get to the underpass, which is super weird. Like, I tried to walk under through the stadium, but now I'm going to have to go into the stadium to get under it. This place is a maze of mazes. It's so easy to get lost. So I brought 2 3DSs to record with. This one with the camera that actually works. Its battery is about dead, so I was using the other one. But this is a selfie camera, so I'm going to make it work. Yeah, so let's find this underpass. There was a booth that gave me this for free because I rolled a high number with people in my group. So we're going to see if I can make my way through the stadium. It's a mess trying to even get down, and then buy something. Alright, so right now I'm just sitting, waiting in the stadium. My legs are kind of tired. I'll get to the underpass later. I didn't get too much footage inside of the main hall because I just didn't want to have a camera in people's faces. That just feels inappropriate. So I mainly just stuck to things I was actually looking at. There was a lot of anime and dice that was super cool. I'm sure I'll talk about it in the voiceover, but right now I'm just chilling, waiting to do something. It was really busy. I didn't think I would find anything that was really interesting, but I was wrong. There's all sorts of cards, books, games. Well, I know I'm not real interested in miniature games, but goodness, they look fun. There was one miniature game earlier that had one page of rules, and like you can use whatever armies you wanted, so that should be pretty cool. Alright, so I've been sitting here for about, I'd say 30 minutes, so I guess it's time to finally go and find the vendor that gave me this. Let's see what he's got.
What do you mean?
Like, are they custom made?
I design all of them, and then I work with a metal man.
Give it a 20.
Yeah.
So a 20, that's a guaranteed shiny.
Catch a shiny.
Guaranteed shiny.
So that was a good booth. Like, honestly, I got this Applin pin. In the footage you saw, he had a game. If you buy anything, you could roll a humongous D20, and if you get a 20, you got a shiny. I did not get a shiny, obviously, or else I would have 2 Applin, but, you know. Okay, so I'm back where I started. I did not find the gang. I did, however, draw a duck, so that was fun. Those pins are really nice. I don't think I'm going to buy one, though. They're very expensive. I keep looking up here. I think the camera's going to be there, but there's not. It's a screen. It's a screen. Yeah, so we all are meeting at where I got this pin. Yep. Okay, we're on the broken DS now. I can't be bothered switching. We found the gang. Waiting on 3 more people. But for now, here's the haul. We got a Pokemon scoreboard with Victini on it. This is a magnet, so you can take it off. Alright, got all 3 llamas, like I mentioned. Got some treasure. And some Star Wars books. Overall, I think I did pretty good. About $60. There's a sticker that's not, I didn't show because I forgot, but about $60. Not too bad. These books, I've already read them, but it's nice to have them physically, I think. I forgot to show this, but also there's dye. Yeah, that's a part of the calculation. Is like $1.50, $1.30 for all these. And then there was this booth that had a bunch of 3D printed dungeon props that you can use for your tabletop adventures. They also had these fantasy maps. So there was the map of Hyrule, there's Stardew Valley, more Stardew Valley, the map of Skyrim. There was a lot of Skyrim representation here. It was kind of weird. There's Middle Earth and the Lonely Mountain. I already have that Middle Earth poster and the Skyrim poster, but these were like laser etched, so that gives it a whole nother dimension of creativity. And there were a few of these vendors that had tokens that you could also use for your D&D games. So they're just, I believe they were injection molded with like aluminum, or maybe they were cut out of sheets of aluminum. This place also had more enamel pins. You could buy pins and trade them on that board. I know there was another board in the convention that you could trade pins, but I could not find it after day 1. I don't know where it went. It was very weird. This booth had a bunch of Pokemon figures. I did get the Hisuian Decidueye. I will show that later in the video. But yeah, these were all imported. I recognize a lot of these lines from the Max Mofo blind box videos. Those are always fun. And here for me was the star of the show, the Cryptid booth. This guy right here, I'll show his name later, I can't remember off the top of my head. He is an artist who illustrates and researches cryptids and compiles them in Gravity Falls style journals, which I think is really cool. The actual lore for the creatures is really nice, but overall I think they're fantastic products. I did buy one, so I'll show you later in the video. Okay, chat, we're back at the food trucks. It is super bright. Oh my goodness. Let's put my hand on the camera. There's stuff going on everywhere. It's popping out here still. I guarantee you that, well, the Island Noodle line is just as long as ever. That's crazy. It's just over there. That's crazy. I don't even know if the camera might just be outblown because of the sun.
One strawberry. Yep.
Nitrogen ice cream.
Yes. And they made those cups look way bigger.
Yeah, the picture's kind of huge, isn't it?
Well, it looks like multiple scoops in the picture too. It's not.
Waiting in line for ice cream with
like
this
a Cold
train.
Stone size.
Yeah, we're at a convention. We ain't getting Cold Stone's ice cream. Imagine if there was a Cold Stone. That'd be crazy.
There's a Cold Stone.
A Cold Stone truck would be... That is a lot of ice cream. Oh my goodness. It's very loud right here. I don't know if you can really hear me, but the ice cream is very good. Very cold. Just burnt my teeth with... froze my teeth. Yep. Didn't get too far in the ice cream. My stomach started hurting, but it was pretty good. Probably not $10 good, but it was alright. Alright, convention's over. We're going home for the night. Not home. We're going to the hotel, but first we're gonna get hot pot. That should be fun. It's like $20, so that's not gonna be as fun, but I guess we'll see how it turns out. Zelda. We made it to hot pot. GenCon day 3. Hot pot time. I'm kind of nauseous, honestly. The ice cream was not the play, but we're gonna try our best in here. Made it here. We're getting the pork bone soup. It's gonna be epic. This menu's kind of whack. Pork blood. It's gonna be fun though. I think I want to get the Kobe beef. That should be the most expensive one. You know, if I'm paying $20, we want to be good. Kobe beef or brisket, honestly.
Hey, what do you want to
Alright, got the miso soup. Tastes kind of weird. I don't know why the screen is green, but got some meat over there.
So, that is the...
And I think you just do that, and it just kind of sits there. Hot pot. Alright, so it looks like it's done. Got some meat. Oh, where'd you go? Schmeat. Alright, let's try this out. What do we got? If I'm gonna be honest, it tastes like a well done steak. Okay, I know we got 2 types of beef. I think it was the Kobe and then the ribeye. I don't know which one was which, so we got meat 1 and meat 2. Meat 2 is slightly harder, so it's probably the ribeye. Wait, no. That would be the Kobe, wouldn't it? Ribeye is like a very tender piece of meat. Okay. Here's what we got. And there's pork. Ew. Channeling my inner Kin-sama right now. Chopsticks. Oh, schmeat. Hot pot.
That is alcohol.
You wet.
Wow.
That's good. That might be a sleeper, Jack.
That's dangerous.
So we're about done here. The miso soup was kind of gross to start out, but once all the beef fat and the chives and the chili oil all kind of homogenized, it made something brilliant. This is the best soup I've had in a minute. Alright, so I am now back home, and I just wanted to do another quick overview of all the things I got, because right after I did the first overview, I got more stuff. So let's do that. Alright, so here's everything I got, covering up my name on my lanyard, but no wheat means defeat. This was my 4-day pass. We've got all the Catan pins. These were really fun to collect. I started out with the brick, then I got wood, stone, wheat, and sheep, and for getting all of them, if you go back to their booth, you can get a robber sheep. Going back down, I had an extra wheat. I believe I started with the stone. Someone just gave me an extra stone, and I traded it for the wheat because I liked the design a little better. And I got this pin on day 1. There was someone in the hallway just giving them out, so I figured why not. The Applin pin, I paid $10 for, and I also at the same vendor got this milk scented lanyard that got very old very quick, but it was free. I got that and the pin essentially for $10 because I did feel like I needed to support the guy, so I bought this pin. I really like it. Applin's a cool Pokemon. I got this Catan pin for playing the demo, so if any of you ever go to GenCon, I would recommend doing their demo because they always have free stuff. It's really cool. And then I got these 2 books, Light of the Jedi and Rising Storm. This one is about the Nihil, or at least when I was reading the audiobook, or listening to the audiobook, they're called the Nihil. They caused a ruckus in the galaxy, and then this book is about the Nihil also causing another ruckus during the Galactic Fair on Iono. It's a very fun book, very good stories. It's woke, so if you don't like woke, don't read it. But moving on, we've got this Pokemon scorecard. Awesome. I'm not quite sure what this circle means, so if anyone in the comments wants to let me know why I would need 1 through 90 labeled. It can't be attack because attacks are way more powerful than that. But that's self-explanatory right now. Right there, the health, and then we've got the damage counters down here. That's really nice. And on day 1, I participated in a build and battle. So I got 4 tickets. I was able to buy 2 sealed products from like 14 years ago. They were just little toys, so they weren't worth too much, but I figured I'd grab those. Yeah, these came out of Crown Zenith boxes, so it's shiny Zacian and Zamazenta. And here's a miniature from the game that had 1 sheet of rules, so that's cool. I think it's a little lizard if I build it out. And here's the main attraction, the journal. But on top we have this treasure. I got these 4 for $3. It was 3 for 4. These cool, colorful paint splatter die, D20s. Got those for $1.30. But then this journal, it was $160. Honestly, kind of on the expensive side, but the cover is genuine bison leather, so I think that's the way the guy was trying to get some of the cost back, is by making it look more premium, and that he succeeded at that. Myths, Monsters, and Cryptids, a field journal. It is autographed. You cannot see the autograph, but it's not too easy to see in real life either. He used like a gray pen, or a brown pen on the black. It's very weird. So this is a field journal by Christoph von Kiefer, and the actual author, the artist, sold maker of this, I believe, is Chris Kiefer. So very on the nose with the fictional insert, but I'll just flip to a random page. So here's the Beast of Badbone. Oh, here it is. Beast of Badboro. I cannot pronounce it. Here's another page from the book. Here's the Boo Hag. And the guy does sell posters, so if you just want, the Boo Hag as a poster, I believe it's $30-40 on his website, or you can buy the whole book. So overall, I think pretty successful trip. If you're not into board games, there's really very limited things you could do, but I made it work. I really like Catan. I think I might have to get into that. It was a fun game, very simple. So, yeah. So with that, I will see you all in the next one.